Hey guys, Cheapario here, and today we're going to be doing an unboxing of the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Mighty Morphin Black Ranger from Hasbro. So this is actually a re-release of the Zack Black Ranger that came out, I think, when the line started, which has been a number of years now. So it's a different head mold from what was initially released. His haircut is different from what was the original mold on the very first Lightning Collection Mighty Morphin Black Ranger figure. I do feel that that figure, which was mostly found at Walgreens at the time, was a better representation of Zack than this figure head mold. But this was really the only figure that you could find, given that the original release is extremely limited. Even this figure now, at one point, it was limited to be able to find this. This was something that I found, I think, through Entertainment Earth at the time, and paid over $30. Now, in lieu of the announcement of the upcoming remastered collection, with some of the figures are coming out right now, these are starting to show up on Amazon at more discounted prices. I'm seeing that the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Lightning Collection figures are anywhere between $24.99 to $26.99. So they're very affordable, and they're still great representations of the figures. So we're going to get this unboxed. But first, I'm going to show you, this is your typical Lightning Collection during this initial releases, in terms of seeing kind of the helmet of the figure, and then you'd have the action pose on the back, and again, that same image that's on the sides with the clear plastic so you can see the figure. I know that Hasbro is moving away from that. I believe in with the remaster collection, you don't have this. It's the anti-plastic, more environmentally friendly boxes that are being released now. But let's get Zack opened up. So while I'm opening the box itself, I will identify some history with respect to this character. I was very sad when Walter Jones, the actor, left Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. While there was a great multi-parter for Power Rangers in its initial release, there's kind of like the backdrop. Put that to the side. There was no replacing Zack. He just brought just this character out that, even though many love Adam, the replacements for Zack, for Jason, for Trini, which was Rocky, Adam, and Aisha, they weren't given the same ability to grow in their characters. You learn nothing about them. You learned, honestly, more about Zack and Jason and Trini than you ever did Rocky, Aisha, and Adam. So it was, and of course with Zack, he had that like martial arts Keto that he was doing his fighting while he was dancing. Sorry, was it? It was like dancing martial arts. I don't remember exactly how he phrased it, but he would dance while he was fighting the putties, and it was just great, great contribution from Zack that he was able to, and great contribution from Walter Jones, I should say, to be able to add that to the character. And he had just this camaraderie with the Rangers, especially Jason, that wasn't repeated ever since then. And just being able to have a diverse cast with Trini and Zack. I know that Mighty Morphin Power Rangers stayed diverse for that show, but I just felt these characters were more like ingrained in the series, and ingraining their culture, their diversity, their characteristics, and just kind of elevating the show that kind of lost it while they replaced those characters. So I'm going to get the camera a little bit better situated so you can see the different pieces and parts. But so Zack is going to be returning for the 30th anniversary, once and always. Going to switch out the head sculpt so that you can see his head on the figure itself. I can get the head on. There is before I put it on, if you see that right there, there is some kind of paint scuffing on the face itself. You can see he's got earrings, but there is some kind of paint smears, which I don't like. There's the head sculpt. I don't think it doesn't look that bad, but I don't like the haircut, or at least I don't like how the haircut looks on the figure itself. Let's see if I can get this twisted on there. I always have problems with the head sculpts, or putting the heads on. Ugh. All right, so we got it on. Alrighty, so there is Walter Jones's head on the figure. He comes with this kind of blast from his battle axe. Put that on there. There you go. If I can put it into his hands. So while I'm struggling and putting this into his hands, I will say, in terms of seeing Walter Jones in person, if you could see one Power Ranger at any convention ever, like if you don't care about going to these comic conventions and these Comic-Cons, but you could only do one Comic-Con ever, and you're only ever going to see one Power Ranger ever, do it for Walter Jones. More so than any other Ranger that I've ever encountered in person. Jason David Frank was another one that really would be just very friendly with fans and engaged in conversation. The only other cast member that I've seen just as engaging as Jason David Frank, and even more so for me, was Walter Jones. He always had a conversation. He always has a conversation with his fans. He's more friendly. He makes sure to have a one-on-one with you. It's not just going to be about the transaction. It's not just going to be about shaking your hand and then just taking a picture or doing your autograph. It's a great helmet sculpt, by the way. As I've done the video on Jason, and that helmet sculpt is nowhere as accurate as this one. Unfortunately, I wish the head sculpt for that, the civilian head, didn't have the paint scuffing, but there it comes with this little power blaster that switches into a blade. There's the power blaster into his holster. So he's got a different version, one with the blade and one with the blaster. He's got more closed hands right there. So he would drive the Mastodon vehicle, and of course you've got the Mastodon symbol on the on his battle axe. I just dropped it right there, and then he's got his Morpher, where you can still see the Mastodon just in a smaller mold. I don't really like the shoulders as much. It's more noticeable on his sculpt than it is on some of the other Rangers, just because of the paint applications. But again, going back to what I was saying, Walter Jones, just the most friendly person you can meet, and really goes out of his way to meet with his fans, engage with his fans. And there's not every Mighty Morphin Power Ranger cast member is like that. I will do another figure unboxing with another actor that is not as friendly as Walter Jones, but it was one of my first conventions, and being able to have a conversation with Walter Jones, and it was in DC, and he was telling me about his experiences in DC, and he was asking for my recommendations as to what he should do in town, and just more about my life. And I'm just another person in line, and he's doing all this for each one of his fans. It's just a great thing to do. He's just very friendly. Again, besides, of course, we don't have Jason David Frank with us anymore, but Walter Jones, just a great person to meet. I will say some of the other cast members there are very friendly, not only to me, but also with my daughter, who goes to the conventions with me. I would say that the actor that plays Rocky is very friendly, at least for my encounter with him. And he was very friendly with my daughter. So that was one of the other Mighty Morphin Power Ranger actors. And also Austin St. John. Austin St. John has always had a conversation with me, even with questions that might have been a little bit uncomfortable, that I might have asked, like, oh, why aren't you, Austin St. John, why aren't you in the 30th anniversary? And he would answer, and he'd talk about it. Austin St. John is very friendly with his fans as well. But in terms of my encounters, my number one, if you're going to go to a convention, if you're going to meet an actor, just one Mighty Morphin Power Ranger actor, meet Walter Jones. Such a great guy, such a fun guy. Signed a couple of my items, some of which he didn't charge me for. It was just a great encounter altogether. And I have seen that not just once, but at multiple cons that he's done the same. The Power Blaster looks cool. It's got the little blast, kind of like smoke, or just the blast itself coming out of it. The hands, as I said, there's also paint scuffing on here as well. That's unfortunate. When I bought it from Entertainment Earth, Of course, the box was kind of beaten up. Hopefully you purchase this on Amazon. You won't get a damaged box, but I'm the one to not save the boxes. I just keep the figure. Well, that does it for me, guys. I'm a big fan of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Yes, I get some things wrong because I'm going off of memory from 28 some odd years ago. But I do love these characters. They are still have great memories for me when I was growing up as a kid and seeing the diversity on screen and being able to encounter these actors in the conventions and tell their stories, and you tell their stories back. Being able to experience them in the upcoming Once and Always, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers reunion special on Netflix, April 2023. Looking forward to that. Anyway, guys, please like and subscribe. I hope you like this unboxing, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.